Well, there I was, just minding my own business, about really to go take a nap because I'm actually not feeling all that great. And then the block screen comes up on my Twitter for my second ever 12-hour Twitter ban, which of course, this stuff never ever happened when I was on the left. Never happened, was never a worry in my mind, but here we go again. What rule did I break this time, Twitter? Violating our rules against distribution of hacked material. Hacked material, okay? We don't permit the use of our services to directly distribute content obtained through hacking that contains private information, may put people in physical harm or danger, or contains trade secrets. As a result, we've temporarily limited some of the features of your account, blah, 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 whatever. You want to know what I did? I embarrassed a Fortune 5 company on Twitter. That's exactly what I did. I embarrassed a Fortune 5 company, CVS. And I'm going to show you exactly what I shared, because this was not actually a thing that I really cared about before I got a 12-hour Twitter ban for hacked material. Really what this is Twitter doesn't listen, I'm not a journalist. I'm not a journalist in any way, but on rare occasion, I do perform what I call acts of journalism, which is I take information that people send me and I show it to you. And I usually am very careful to make sure I'm not giving away anything that is going to get, I'm not doxing people. I'm not giving away email addresses. I'm not giving away, get in touch with the company to show your displeasure over X, Y, B, and Z. But I'm going to show you the information that they're using. This is something I've done many times before, but apparently someone at CVS Health has a giant stick up there, you know where. If only they worked for a health company that could help them with that. I digress. But apparently they have this stick up there, you know where, and they weren't happy that I shared these images. So what did I share from CVS Health? Well, let's just take a look. There are 3 images that I shared from an employee who was forced to take this little indoctrination. The first one was here. This one talks about inclusive language at CVS. Language is one of the most powerful tools we have. When used well, it provides a common understanding and helps create an environment where everyone feels safe and included. Inclusive language is designed to help us treat all people with respect, dignity, and impartiality without excluding anyone. As we continue to move forward with our social justice and equity commitments, it is important for everyone at CVS Health to consider the implications of words and phrases that have long gone unchallenged and to dig deep into empathy and imagine an experience not our own. In that spirit, CVS Health SJ&E glossary of terms, commonly used terms, is now available on our Social Justice and Equity Resource Center, My Life, under the Explore D&I Resources tab. This is the second of 2 language guides that can be found in the Resource Center. We encourage you to use the guide for both inside and outside of the workplace. If you haven't already, make sure you check your TV blah, 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 blah. Is there anything dangerous about that? Is there anything that puts anyone's life in danger about that? No, there is not. Let's continue to the next image that I shared, which is from there. I'm not exactly sure what this is from, but it's definitions of some terms that CVS is teaching its employees. Inclusion. How a work environment is created to ensure all employees can thrive. Inclusion refers to the behaviors and social norms that ensure people feel welcome to be themselves and safely contribute to the workplace. Inclusive leadership. Leadership behaviors that foster inclusion. An inclusive leader effectively fosters inclusion through the cognizance of bias, curiosity, cultural intelligence, collaboration, courage, and commitment. Intersectionality. The complex, cumulative intertwinings of social identities that result in unique experiences, opportunities, and barriers. Colloquially, intersectionality is used to refer to the many facets of our identities and how these facets intersect. Factually, intersectionality refers to the compound nature of multiple systemic oppressions. And privilege. The unearned social power, advantages, entitlement, benefits made available to certain groups by formal and informal institutions. Oftentimes, privilege is invisible to those who possess it, and there may be some people who are part of a group in power that deny they may have privilege even when differential benefits may be obvious. How does that, let's see what Twitter said. How does that, I mean, maybe it contains, maybe definitions are private, Twitter. Maybe definitions of inclusivity terms are now considered private. I don't really think so. I don't think these definitions put people in harm or danger, and I don't think it contains trade secrets, since these are definitions. They're definitions of terms. Let's look at the last one. The last one I shared was about cultural appropriation, the unacknowledged or inappropriate adoption of the customs, practices, or ideas of one people or society by members of a dominant people or society. How to avoid leverage internal resources such as CRGs as focus groups. I'm not sure what CRG is, but whatevs. Research the culture to properly understand another culture's intellectual property. Be sensitive to sacred objects, and be careful of the context in which you use these symbols or designs. Appropriating versus appreciating. Appropriating, taking part of another culture and using it for personal interest or gain. That's it. That's all I shared. That's it. 3 screenshots that really don't actually have much of consequence for anything. And to be frank, why exactly is CVS or Twitter making a thing? Like, you're calling this hacked materials? These are literally, someone took their phone and took pictures of definitions they had to learn in a training. These are not trade secrets by any stretch of the imagination. We don't even know where these definitions are coming from. We don't even know who conducted this training. Is the definition of intersectionality super secret, Twitter? Is this something that is like undercover information that only the elite get to know? What the fuck, man? Honest to God, these people, they want you to adopt these nonsense ideas in every part of your life. They want you to use these terms all the time to become good little intersectional activists. And then you embarrass them on a platform like Twitter, and they get your account banned for 12 hours. So I gotta ask CVS, if you're really proud of this work that you're doing, what did it say? It's part of your, as we continue to move forward with our social justice and equity commitments. CVS, what are you ashamed of? What are you ashamed of here? That you ran right over to Twitter to get some random person's account banned for 12 hours for hacked materials? I was given a screenshot by one of your employees because they're so pissed that you're forcing them to go through this little indoctrination training. And what could have been something that was just over is now going to be a video on the internet for anyone to find whenever they want it, because these are not hacked materials. I didn't hack into your damn system. There's no trade secrets here. What this is embarrassing. That's all it is. That's all it is. You had someone say, oh, look, CVS Health is indoctrinating its employees. I particularly enjoy the one about cultural appropriation. That's what you had. You got a little bit embarrassed. You ran like a little tattletale. And, I don't take this shit lying down. So I'm going to do a video about it because now I have some time. Thank you, CVS, for giving me 12 free hours with this Twitter ban. You're welcome. You're welcome. I had many other videos I was going to do today, but you know what? When an opportunity comes, you got to take it. I will monetize every single Twitter ban to the very best of my ability, particularly when it's about nonsense like this. So, if you want to keep communicating with me while I am banned on Twitter for the next 12 hours, I encourage you to join my Locals. Locals is where we can actually have conversations about things without being censored or banned or any of this crap that Twitter likes to do. My Locals is kb.locals.com. It is right down below me in the description. You can also follow me on Gab. I'm just Carlin on Gab, just my first name, so you can follow me on there. That's also a place where I have to go when Twitter bans me. And Gab is like way better than Twitter. Anyway, to be honest, like Gab actually, like they're getting it together, man. I don't know where that's going to go, but I'm actually really enjoying Gab. So while I'm on my 12-hour Twitter hiatus, please feel free to come join my Locals where we actually have sane conversations on social media. Join my Gab, whatevs. That's all I've got for right now. I'll see you soon.